Hey everybody, it's Gabe with Rocket Shipping, and I've got another edition today of In the Weeds Wednesday. And today's topic is going to be bill of lading production, BOL, as everybody in our industry refers to it as, and we're talking LTL BOLs. I'm going to go through a few topics, surface level, basically break down how the process works, the current state versus what I think the future state should be, and then I'll put out a YouTube video at some point, as soon as I can find the time to do it, that breaks down some processes that should be in place, whether it's electronic bill of lading or pre-pro, and how you can integrate that and automate that so that you don't have to have paper copies for everything. So to give you like the basic breakdown, if you're not in the shipping industry, you won't know this, but if you are, you'll know this. So just go ahead and fast forward if you already know. Bill of lading is a shipping label. It just basically says this is where it's picking up, this is where it's shipping to, and here's the tracking number. Now, every LTL pickup has to have a bill of lading, and they're procured through various methods. Some of them are from a TMS system, and they're printed off electronically, and then downloaded as a PDF, and then they get printed at the warehouse and handed to the driver. Others are sent electronically right to the terminal. That's the best way. That's called an EBOL. And then, I don't know the percentage, but way too much of the industry is still using what we call a straight BOL. So it's just a carbon copy bill of lading form, and they handwrite or sometimes type the address, origin, everything about it, phone numbers, dimensions, NMFC codes, and class, and then they put in the bill to, they write in or put a sticker for the bill to party. So there's a lot of companies out there that are going green and optimizing loads and doing all these things, but the amount of paper that is used for straight bill of lading forms for shippers who have always done it that way and plan to always do it that way is ridiculous, and that's a huge area of improvement. But to break down the process, where the current state is that you have these straight bill of ladings, and you got bill to parties, and you've got some that are PDF and then printed at the warehouse, but it's still the BOL has to be given to the driver at pickup. And one of the areas that Rocket Shipping has automated and optimized is that you have to have pro stickers. And so traditionally, LTL carriers will drop off, if you ship a bunch with them, and it makes sense, they'll drop off a pro book. And that's what we call it, a pro sticker book. And it's just a book full of stickers with pro numbers that end in one digit different in a sequence, and you use that pro book for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of days depending on your volume, and they drop off another pro book, and you take a sticker and you put it on every bill of lading, and this is all manual. And so one of the things that is not hard to do, and most carriers have this most LTL carriers have this as part of their process, is called a pre-pro, and almost all of our customers use it. Anybody who I bring on as a new client, I always suggest using it because the pro is assigned with the BOL right away. It's a barcode. I think it's going to go to QR codes, and that'll be in the YouTube channel video too, but I'll stick with barcodes. It's put on there right away. It's part of the document, and then when you print that bill of lading, there's already a pro number. All it has to be, you scan it in your warehouse management, and the driver scans it. So moving forward from there, if you do pre-pros, you save yourself having to put a sticker on every bill of lading and on every pallet, and sometimes you have to have 2 copies of the BOL, so there's a lot of stickers being used right now. So that is one inefficiency that you guys should always look to optimize, and that would be one area to do it very easily, would be pre-pro. The second would be that the driver gets a paper copy of every BOL and then signs every copy that he picked it up and then brings it in his truck to the terminal. That doesn't need to happen either. All you have to do is send the BOLs to the terminal over email or scan them in, and it's called an EBOL, and then the driver has a handheld that shows him what he's picking up, and when it gets to the terminal, they break that truck down, and they only have to take off the freight that they know needs to go onto a different, at their break bulk, that needs to go on a different line haul truck, but they can leave on the freight that is going to be on that truck, and they don't have to do quite as much labor. I know some carriers are doing that, and that's optimizing their labor and their costs, and it's really working out well for them. So we first have to get pro stickers to be pre-pro'd, and then we need to go into EBOLs. We can do both at once, and I think that that's where the industry needs to head. As far as just for LTL, some archaic processes from a straight bill of lading to an EBOL, it's not that big of a jump, but most people are a bit intimidated by that in this industry. So that's my 2 cents on In the Weeds Wednesday for BOLs, where they are, where they need to be. And again, I'll put out another video that goes into each of those topics if you're interested. All right. Have a great Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow.